It's in the game.
The Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years. Some ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined generations. Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the Clemson Tigers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, catching up with Clemson's head coach before the game. One of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock, really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
That one's not even close.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Snapped on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop, but not before he gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Maybe a crease. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll ride him again. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually...
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will now get its first chance with the football. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively,
gashes the heart of the knee. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Tough run here. It's McAllister. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone. And now they're faced with fourth and goal. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying to pound it in. He's not going to get there. The defense getting penetration and stopping him behind the line. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
He unleashes a long one. Reels it in down the left side. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Tigers will have it first and 10. Can't get him to the ground. Pickup of 5 is now second and 5.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They go back to the hot hand. They fed him on this drive. They want to get touches to their wide receiver, the guy that can really change the game with his speed on the outside. Nice job being aggressive in the red zone. I say aggressive, getting to the edge quickly with that little touch pass, get it to your playmaker, and letting him get a little bit of yardage.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone, the field starts to shrink. They really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
The give on fourth down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Here's Sellers to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield is Sellers. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Drops back on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Straight ahead, it's Davidson. There's a crease. Pulled to the ground.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's third and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up first and goal.
They want to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Motion from the back. Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Left side, it's Tuggle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone, it's Clark. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Sellers. Right side, it's Clark. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Pushes ahead. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Motion from the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Back's got it on the screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Great place to start for this offense. Here's Sellers to throw. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Out wide left, it's Bennett. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really...
Got it! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. In the red area, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Changing the routes with his receivers. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. 2nd down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just gotta throw it away. Because now you back yourself up even further. It's gonna be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. It's gonna be a learning opportunity for this young man.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Gets it to the back. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sellers fires to the middle, and they're not on the same page there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs.
Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
This time he's got him. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Clemson jumps to the line. Fresh center downs going to the air. He turns that loose down the right side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Throwing Sellers. Got a man. It's Tuggle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Sets his feet. It's Sellers. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. In the waning seconds of the 1st half, just enough time to try a field goal to take the lead. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Right down the boulevard. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Hands it off on the counter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just...
Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll give it to Johnson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. The hand to the running back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well run him again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. And I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up in front.
Touchdown, Clemson! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Look out! Out wide right, it's Bennett. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Here's Sellers to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And he gets rid of it.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
The run inside. It's Johnson. He's got enough. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The handoff to Johnson. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Heaves it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tigers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown.
South Carolina, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Running inside. It's McAllister. Stopped right there.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for room. It's Davidson. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Sellers. Looking left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll send the back in motion. To throw, it's Sellers. Fires left. That's reeled in. It's Hunt. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Now on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Throwing, Sellers. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Running toward the goal line, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on her. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Right side, it's Clark. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. The ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. From the gun, it's Johnson. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Cuts it upfield. It's Davidson. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Swings it out to his running back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Caught, and he's got room. The 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football.
Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3. Here's Sellers to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're all over him. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Pass to 6. He's loose on the right. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Sellers. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Long way to go on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. They'll give it to Johnson. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Rides to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. 3rd and long right here. South Carolina did a lot of crowing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.